Okay, let's try this again.
Doesn't make you happy I can put headphones on.
Yeah, you should put headphones on. And actually turn something on. It's part of it.
No, I'll just put headphones on.
Okay. First hour tutorial of Guild Wars 2 starts with character creation. We've got 5 races that you can pick from. And pause at any time if you want to read the text. I'm not going to stay here and read it. For this one, I'm going to pick an Asura, male. These are your 8 classes. I'm going with Elementalist, as I do not have one. We get into more complex character creation stuff. You can hide your armor, select your body type. Asurans have a marking that you can pick. Most races have something special that you can do. I will not be going with a marking this time.
Do you need this for what you're doing?
What?
Do you need this for what you're doing?
Do I need what? No. No. A range of hair colors, hairstyles, etc., etc. But I won't be going through everything. I'm not going to be doing a ton of these. Just try to... They're a little doozy looking, so you just have to deal with it. And right off the bat, you can dye your armor with special colors. And all of these starting colors here stay with you throughout the course of the game, and you could just use them indefinitely, which is really cool. I'll just make this easy. Nice and boring. Every class has a special group of things that you get to pick, and for Elementalist, it's attunement. So you have all 4 of your elements here. Let me grab my name really quick. I'm going to paste it. Names are game-wide, not server-wide. So you do need to take that into account when you are creating a character.
I am Asura. I personify genius. My ancestors were driven from the heart of the earth, forced to live in this bright, wide world. Of course, we've excelled. We exceed expectations in everything we do. With Golem and Gate and Arcane Crystal, we have asserted our supremacy in this land and made it our own. We will not move another inch. Not for dragons, Not for anyone. The eternal alchemy is a fluid contrivance, ever evolving, ever fluctuating. I believe in the power of transformation. I belong to the College of Dynamics. Dynamics crews thrive on permutation. We're always advancing, morphing into something new. I'm the lever, and my excellent crew is the fulcrum. Together, we will move the world. We will force reason from chaos. I've just been informed that defective golems, not mine, of course, are causing havoc out in the jungle. Whatever the imbeciles outside the city have broken, I'll fix, and make my name doing so. I'll lead the masses through metamorphosis to an improved future. This is my story.
Alright, looks like I'm dropping a few frames there. Hopefully can work through it and that stops at some point. But I've been having some issues with that lately. Anyway, you'll note that I just did the Asuran personal story cinematic. Every race, class, and every option that you pick at character creation impacts that personal story that you play throughout the whole game and all those cinematics. So I'm in the tutorial now.
Get over here and fix this.
And I'm still dropping a few frames, so it doesn't look that bad.
Good tidings, citizen.
We're already to our first bit of story again.
It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable. What's going on?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zoja suspects someone tampered with them. And by someone, she means the inquest.
Zoja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's spitting out these deranged golems. She claims she could feel them on the other side of the gate laughing at.
Not for long. I'm going to help Zoja shut down the problem at its source. Thanks for the information.
Clearly is marking the next places that we need to go, and also by a little star over here on the map. And so that's pretty obvious. And your quest objectives are up here to the right. I can fight through here if I want to. I don't necessarily have to. As an elementalist, you start out with 2 attunements unlocked, fire and water, and you get more as you progress through the levels.
Stay close. There's all sorts of wrong happening over there. You may be needed.
For your first few times using a certain weapon, to unlock the skills for that weapon, you just continue to use the skills. So once I keep using my number 1 here, which is all I have access to right now, it will unlock the ability to use number 2, and then 3. See? Alright, I have to unlock 2. See if I can go through here.
Look, Snap's footnote has joined us. And she brought friends.
Teo? Oh, for a second there I thought someone dangerous was behind this.
Oh, spare my tender feelings. It's true. I'm not dangerous. But these golems are. Here, let them show you what dangerous really means. Why don't all of you give these folks a promise? I have data to collect.
Defensive protocols suspended. Defensive protocols online.
will you plebs learn? Don't mess with the inquest.
There we go. Got my third one for this weapon. I'm going to switch over to my water attunement and start using those skills so that I can unlock them as well. That's going to be an AoE. There we go. It's got a much shorter cooldown than number 2 for fire. It also does less damage. And there's my water trident. Alright, I'm gonna switch back to fire.
I'm inviting another guest to your victory party.
This is our first boss fight, and we are only about 10 minutes in. If there are other people around who need this, they will be in here with you, and the event will scale up in difficulty. And I will die.
You're looking a little wobbly.
Everyone gets one heal skill, and that's your number 6 skill.
I've made sturdier golems in my sleep.
Oh, oh. But he's dead.
Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. It takes more than a giant rampaging inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
So, first quest complete. First quest rewards received. I can either get a dagger or a focus. In this case, I'm going to get a focus. Some experience and some money. Note that these skills are not unlocked yet, because I just equipped a new offhand.
So how the hell do you didn't start using a profile that I made as opposed to the default one?
It should... So you have it open right now, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to do it with a certain game?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that open right now. So if you have the software open and you're on the key set 1 or whatever, it either says default or... Oh, go to the second cab. So I'll come over there. Nobody's in here right now. I'll just cut it out.
So I have saved the keys that I want to use for now.
Mine was. Mine looks good. I have 2 plans.
Yeah, mine is not.
I'm gonna say no because neither of ours looks like that at all.
Well, fine.
You should help Jamie with the Nostromo.
I'll get it figured out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that, but apparently using the wrong software.
Told you it was the wrong software.
These are the N52s, aren't they?
I have no idea. Alright, quick go through the interface. Menu. Your contacts. Your hero panel, which includes your inventory, your skills, all of your story steps, crafting if you have it, and your achievements. Oops. Inventory. Mail, which you can check from anywhere. Blackland Trading Post, which also includes the auction house that you can access from anywhere, but you only can pick up items from an actual auction house vendor. Guild panel, you can be default in 4 guilds, which you can represent at any time, and you earn a reputation for your guild, which we can spend to get experience bonus, money bonus, etc. for the whole guild. World versus World, which is the full open PvP where you're matched up against 2 other servers. Going into just regular PvP. And the help menu. Over on the right, we've got your active story quest, your dailies, which you can, I've already done part of it, and I'll do another bit. You can track any of them that you want over here. You only have to do 5 to get the bonuses from doing dailies. And if we take a look at the map screen here, you see the whole area that you've unlocked, how complete you are with the world, and how complete you are with this zone. So I will get started by going to my next story person.
Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find private laboratories all over where our crews work on dangerous research, and we pay the price for excellence. Labs need to be carefully maintained, but I'm sure that's not news to you. We see a fair bit of interference from the Inquest. They're envious of our advances and covered our research materials. Our researchers could use someone with your talents. On your journey, you may also encounter nefarious events in the world. Don't let these opportunities pass by you. Jump in and help. As you gad about, you'll encounter our Magi Matter transported devices, more commonly known as waypoints. They're mini-gates that, for a trivial fee, transport you across great distances. They're the second most convenient way to travel next to our gates. In the vast, wide world, a plethora of challenges await you, some more demanding than others. Watch for the special ones, because they'll give you an opportunity to increase your skill and exceed your own limits.
There we go. You can talk to guys with these above their heads in the future to get some information on where quests are in the area. I'm just going to hop right into it. Let us see. So this part here is where I'm headed. Parts are essentially the little quest hubs, and you can do generally a number of activities to advance your heart quest.
Explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, what we did actually, I think, made this golem mad. Maybe? Nope. Awesome. I think we've broken that one.
Power 4
There he goes.
explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This has been a test of the golem.
So as you do more things, you know that your hard progress goes up here.
Power 4 unstable. Explosion in 5, 4.
I discovered a point of interest, and I got a good chunk of experience for that. Doing world completion will really benefit your character, in that you get a lot of experience and goods for doing so.
Power 4 unstable. Explosion in 5, 2, 1.
I can't do golem chest since I don't have anyone else to play with right now, but if there was more than one of you, you could do golem chest to do the same thing.
Power 4 unstable. Explosion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power 4 unstable. Explosion.
I'm sure there are other areas that I can go around here to do the same thing, but I'm not efficient like that. Alright, I finished my first heart, and it says really giantly to check your mail. And I checked my mail, and I've completed the heart, so I get some copper for that. And that's for my story. And I'm going to go ahead and get one more level prior to going and advancing on my personal story. Let's see, that is a level 3. They're all level 3s. I'll go up. Guild Wars 2 gives you a lot of freedom in what you choose to do to advance your character. You can talk to this hard person, and they will tell you what you can do to help them, but it's also just right here in the upper right.
Zero tolerance.
Oops.
Befoul this locale, noble. I have an offer for you.
Turn up the heat.
Trust your instinct. Sign up with the inquest today.
They hate these premises.
I have an amazing opportunity to not pass up. Your greatly start by joining the inquest. Do you agree?
Looks like I'm losing some frames again. It's not too bad, but is that bad. Wow, that looks really awful. I don't think 13 frames per second is really going to cut it for streaming. Or for uploading these. Just one or two more things until this part is done.
My crew is on the verge of a breakthrough.
Here we go. Okay, I'm not yet level, so I'm going to go to that other level 3 heart. Once you complete a heart, the guys that needed your help open up into vendors. And you can spend karma, which you get from doing events at these vendors. So I could buy myself some new gloves, for example, if I wanted to. Or I can sell my junk.
That is all.
Really handy, you can deposit your crafting materials to your bank without going to your bank. You cannot actually access your bank without being at a banker, though. And this target's down here. I'll go ahead and get a Vista while I'm over here, which is one of the map completion bits. Some of them are really easy, and some of them are little semi-jumping puzzles, like this one. Or they can be really long jumping puzzles. Go, one Vista, I got a little bit of experience for it. Maybe about half a bubble. There is an event at this heart right now. World events are dynamic and pretty awesome. So for this one, we're just trying to drive back some enemies. Doing this event is also going to count towards my heart. The event succeeded. I did enough to qualify to get gold, so I'll get some experience, some karma, and some money. And it also helped partially fill up my heart.
My crew is on the verge of a breakthrough.
If we had failed that event, the inquest would have taken over this area, and the next people to come through would need to clear out the inquest before they could continue on with doing the heart. You'll note he's killing the same things I am, but it doesn't have any negative impact on me. We both get loot, we both get experience for doing the heart. So playing with other people is really encouraged. Whoops. Wait a little bit and get some health back. Okay, it's coming back on its own. That doesn't need to fill, I'll actually just kill this guy. And that should complete my heart. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. So I have some more mail. And I am still not level 3. So let's head down here. See if we can get that level really quick.
Can't wait to explore this place.
So there's an underwater event happening right now, which I can go do. Hopefully there's some other people down here. So I have a whole different set of weapons for my underwater skills, which I also have to unlock. No, I must have missed the event. It's already over. But I can get some points of interest. Get a little bit more experience, and then go be level 3 and do that portion of my story quest. So close. I'm a little low for that area yet, so I'm not going to do it just now. See what else is part of my daily. I think leveling up is part of the daily too. Oh, nope, it is not. That's okay.
about now, my little long-eared cherub? Is it working now?
Not at all. And find another endearment. Cherubs are fat baby humans with freakish wings.
I knew that, sweetheart. I just didn't know you knew.
Time's almost up. If you can't show the judges something soon, you'll be disqualified.
Panic time! Our massively impressive golem isn't working. The judges are waiting. It functioned perfectly back in the lab. I'm at a loss. Having the best pilot and the best pilot golem interface won't matter if it just stands there. I was sure we'd win. Snaff was a golemancer after all.
Let me take a look. I know this baby like the schematics were tattooed on the inside of my eyelids. Every time I blink, it's a review session. Well, there's your problem. The MIG's capacitors are missing. Someone forgot to put them in.
That's your job, Kaz. I pilot, you maintain. It's a good thing I love you so much. Because I love you a little less each time your scatterbrain sets us back.
I love you too, my dulcet-toned honey viper. But I put the capacitors in. Someone must have swiped them, because I would not forget. Not after your last cheerful chastisement.
Pitch woo on your own time. We must have left the capacitors in the Hydron Unit lab staging area. Hurry! Retrieve those capacitors at once!
Sad. But I still don't get why he gets a whole prize named after him.
Because he was one of the greatest geniuses who ever lived, you empty-headed homunculus. He revolutionized Golemancy. He blazed trails so brilliant, most people can't even see his footsteps.
My roommate's playing games. I don't know what
Hey,
games, but apparently there's a
stop
moving
right
cow.
there, you pusillanimous pinheads! That's our stuff!
Was your stuff. Now it's ours. But don't worry, we'll leave you a beating in exchange.
Well, I've got my air attunement now, so I'm gonna play around with that. It's not... Okay, good. I didn't think it was doing much, but we're good.
Enough! Cease and desist all hostilities. Now, what's going on here?
These inquest poltroons snuck into our work area, sabotaged our massively impressive golem, and stole our equipment.
Calumny and slander! We were called in to consult on the Snaff prize entry, and when we did, this blackguard attacked us.
Now, things get heated when a prize is on the line. Let's all just calm down, count to 10, and get back to work. No harm done, eh?
No harm done. They vandalized our workspace, and our MIG.
That is a serious accusation. On behalf of the Arcane Council, I suggest you file a complaint after the contest is over. Off you go now. Off!
I was thinking about joining the inquest. They never let morality get in the way of progress.
Got the parts. I'll install them and we'll be ready to
They'd
go.
never take you. You know what morality is.
Hey, you fixed it! Nice work. Now we can show off our improved Golem to Pilot interface. It's not as splashy as some entries, but it's revolutionary. The Snap Prize is as good as ours.
Not if we don't hurry it up. They're waiting now. So get out there and strut our stuff.
Out of my way. I've got a prize to win.
Behold, a revolutionary leap forward in Golem-to-Pilot interfacing. The massively impressive Golem. A biomagical psionic mind link is two-way, instantaneous, and uninterruptible. Our pilot
pilot doesn't even need hands. She just has to think, and the golem responds. No more specialized training or hours of practice. Just hop in, think, and away you go.
Very impressive. How did you handle the problem with feedback? Every time I've tried something similar, the pilot's brain got fried.
Our breakthrough in golem interface dampening technology keeps the user's mind safe from harm. Well, it's not as eye-catching as Tails' floating Griswold, but your MiG is quite impressive.
I've seen enough, Counselor. Our choice is clear. The invention that best embodies Snaf's legacy is the College of Dynamics MiG.
I quite agree. Seamless integration of machine and user has been an unachievable goal. Until now. Well done. As far as I know, only the Inquest has ever had any success. And they have to brutalize sentient beings to achieve it.
That was the most difficult challenge we faced. False modesty aside, our work here represents a quantum leap forward in Golemancy.
Which is why, on behalf of the judges, I'm pleased to award Bronx Crew the Snaf Prize. Let's all... Alchemy, what's that thing doing now?
It's not responding. It's malfunction. I mean, error. Ard! What's happening to me?
So the winning entry was a crazed counselor-killing golem. Well, if we disqualified every potentially lethal entry, there'd be no contestants left.
But the MiG was sabotaged. Our entry was tampered with. I don't know why, but the inquest...
Stop right there. Every time a stasis servo slips a gear, people blame Inquest saboteurs. I'm sick of it. You just took the Snaf Prize. Learn to win gracefully. Instead of finding scapegoats for your own inadequacy, you should be tracking down and dismantling that amok golem you unleashed.
And when you do, I'd love the chance to study it. Impressive work. Right on up to the point it started smashing things at random.
That will soon be rectified. Back to the lab, crew. We can track the MiG from there. With a bit of luck, we can stop it before it does any serious damage.
Okay. That part of my personal story is done. I can select some gloves. They really just have different stats on them. So more power, more defense, or more health. And I'm going to go with more power. I also get a salvaging kit.
That went smoothly enough.
And a butt ton of experience. I cannot use axes or bows, so I am just going to salvage them and deposit the crafting materials into my bank. Okay, the next step of my personal quest is at level 4, so I should get some more experience before running off and doing those, so I'll go back to where I was before and work on doing those parts to level up a bit. As you'll see, it's also helping advance my daily, as I need to get 40 kills in the Maguma jungle, and this Metrica province is part of the Maguma jungle. Look who's dropping frames again. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. These little harvesting nodes on the map, items that you can harvest with harvesting materials. If one had some, oops. I do not have any harvesting materials at the moment, so I cannot do that, but they go down here. You do not need a skill level to harvest materials, but you do need a certain quality. Like, I may be able to harvest this low level stuff, but to get some higher level stuff I may need iron, harvesting materials, or other such. There's an event up top. Hopefully there's someone else around. I don't think I can do this one on my own. Oh. For most skills, you can actively dodge. That's that energy bar down there. You can just move out of the way of them. And you can also move while casting most of your skills, not all of them. Some of them require a charge up. Just depends on your class, your weapon, and of course the skill. Oh, it's playing builders as well. Yay, fire shield. go, got my Laguna Slayer. So that was just part of my daily. I've done 2 out of the 5 that I need. There we go. We've defeated all of the waves. Then succeeded. I got gold again.
Supply stable.
It was too close for comfort. Get those generators back online. Hustle! Script brain idiot!
And for this one, I don't even necessarily have to fight. I can just find some kelp samples, I think it is. Oh, yeah. I can take those up to an NPC, but I actually have to locate some for that to happen. There we go. And I am finding all of these items on my map by holding down Control. That helps you locate items or mobs. So yeah, it can be a little bit boring to do it this way. But you know, I have the option. I don't necessarily have to fight. They can help this guy with the scale here, and he won't lose experience for me helping him, and he will not lose loot or anything like that either. So this guy is taking the kelp, and it got me a good portion of the way through, and it was a lot quicker than fighting.
Script brain idiot!
Have you figured it out?
Getting there. I've tested it in Minecraft, works pretty good. Tested it in Guild Wars, works pretty good. I'm gonna test it in Artemis right now.
Are you making different profiles for each one?
Like for Artemis, I'm gonna have to set up for like different profiles for different consoles.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So, on the engineering console, I have the D-pad set up to jump between different systems and the scroll bar to change the power up and down.
Yeah.
And then I have all like you can do presets and stuff too, but I can on the fly jump over to the Newb ring scroll all the energy into it, or scroll up and down.
Alright, that gets me to level 4, and level 4 is where my next bit of story quest is. So I'm gonna actually just teleport over to that. Quick travel is very handy. All's well if I go the right way. This takes you to the first big city. This is the Servant City of Rasum. And you'll have a map completion that you can do in each of these cities as well, that get you experience and items. Everyone has a home instance in your starting race city, and story stuff happens here, or you can also just go into it or invite people into it. It kind of changes based on what you do in your story.
Wireless headphones.
Before we proceed, I want to make it clear. We won the SNAF prize, but we can't decide who gets the SNAF Savant title until we recover Doxa. Now then, I just finished calibrating my etheric harmonizer for the tracking device in the MiG. Once we activate it, it'll pinpoint Doxa's location.
Then what are we waiting for? I mean, please, sir, let's activate it right away. I'm worried about Doxa.
I can see that, but I'm worried that your personal concerns are distracting you. The startup sequence is more complicated than flipping a switch, you know. Ergo, I want you on the harmonizer core to make sure the apparatus doesn't overload while your crewmate here fires it up.
Consider it done, sir. Kaz isn't the only one who needs Doxa back. She's funny, and without her, our productivity has dropped by 43%.
Note which console fires in what order.
Okay, so I get to watch these guys and just figure out this little puzzle here before I can move on with the story. I think I have to do it 3 times. This was the first one? Or not.
Okay, you've got basic motor function and eye-hand coordination down. Now, it's time. No, wrong.
Shoot.
Keep trying. Brace yourself. This last one is going to knock you flat.
I already forgot.
It's working. It's working perfectly. And the signal appears to be close. signal is moving. In fact, it's getting closer. In fact, it's headed right for us. Wait, this can't be right. It says the signal is coming from right behind that wall.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Doxa was in there calling for me. But why was she so out of control, so destructive? Her mind has been fused with the MiG's command protocols. She's confused, in pain, and struggling to adjust to a whole new consciousness. I'd say that's also why she went berserk at the demonstration. The initial shock must have been painful.
Like that,
I hate to say it, but getting her out will be
and
tricky.
so then if I
A
add this
definite
to a ship,
understatement.
so the one
I've
wants to
reviewed
when I
reams
ship
of
its
recovered
forging
inquest
full level.
records, and according to
No,
them,
it's
no
not.
one has ever been unfused from a golem. I'm sorry, Kaz, but Doxa may already be dead. Those words you heard could just be echoes of her former self.
Don't panic yet. Zoja is the foremost authority on golems in the world. And she already stated her interest in the MiG. If anyone can help, it's her.
Perhaps there's hope, then. I know Zoja's doing some work at the Incom Optics lab outside the city. You'd better follow up with her in person.
I'm ready. Please, for Doxa's sake, let's talk to Zoja right away.
And there we go. Completing with that story part, I'll get you your very first harvesting item and another backpack.
Smoothly enough.
And that is a first hour overview of Guild Wars 2.